I want to bring in very quickly Joanne Lucas Moigerani. His brother Christopher was 56 years old. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he was one of the very first patients to die after the move. And unbelievably, his body was found when the family finally realized what had happened, with bruises on it. And Lucas, we are grateful that you can be with us today. This is not an easy subject to talk about when you've lost someone, but there are a couple of things I think that we can learn from in this story. Number one is the family was never told that your brother was going to be moved, were they?
Well, we got a phone call to say he will be moved the next day. And then that was it. And I pursued to find out what is the next day, because they said the following day. So when I tried to phone the next day, nobody could answer any phone and so on, until I did phone again to find out the whereabouts of my brother, being transferred from Waverley Center in Germiston, formerly Knights, to Rappetti, which is situated between Outraged and Diepsloot, that is near Midrand. Yes.
When you eventually saw him after the move, he was not happy. He was very upset, wasn't he?
You see, my father from the age of 21 suffered from this chronic. He cried tears. For the first time, my brother cried. He told me how hungry he was. He wanted to go home. Remember, age 56, from 21 years of age. He never gave us that problem. He was a very active person. That's why I say my brother was not sick. He was a schizophrenia, mentally retarded, but he was healthy and energetic.
His body was strong.
His body was strong.
And you say he wasn't given food to eat?
They were not given food to eat. He was weak. He changed his weight. He lost a lot of weight. So I could see there's a problem here.
You went to the MEC's office after you discovered, yes, or before he passed. You'd gone to the
in 2015, before he passed, because now, let me just put it how it came. On the open day in 2015, we had an open day in December, where we were called to look how our relatives were doing with their projects and so on. That's when it was announced that now Esidimeni was going to be closed the next day in 2016, in March. So that's when we started to group ourselves, and we did a petition that we want to see the MEC. But the MEC was able to be seen the following year after March, because he said they will be moved in March, but they were going to be moved in June. So he came to Germiston at Waverley Center, where we were interrogating him to say, with the medical student, black and white from vets, and relatives of all the patients, right, who were there, we begged the MEC. We said, what is your problem removing these people? She said, annually, this building is spending more than over 300 million rands.
So she raised the money issue with all of you.
She raised the money issue. And we said to her, is the lives of the patients not important than, is money more than important, more than the lives of the patients? She said, well, they should be moved. This is an instruction.
Tragically, though, Lucas, your brother did pass away, yes, in June of 2015. I understand he had a massive stroke, yes, and a heart attack. The tragedy is that you found his body in a state that surprised you.
Yes, the body surprised me indeed.
What did you find?
Well, like I say, the hand was just overlapping there, and on the side some bruises and so on.
Did you try to find answers about what happened to him?
We tried to find answers, but the manager at the time could not answer anything to us. He referred that you called them, what do you call them? These emergency people.
Paramedics.
Paramedics, but that was the end of the story.
What is your hope from today after hearing the health ombudsman? What are you hoping for?
My hope is that this is the right time we've waited for. We, as the committee members of the relatives, are going to sue the government, and there is the resignation of Gedani means nothing. It means she should be booked. She should account to this. And of course, we are saying this should be a lesson, a wake-up lesson for the government. And then this government must listen to the people, because this is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. And ocean gets support from smaller rivers. And then Danny ignored all that. We begged there, together with the medical student, that please do not move these people. We as a community can organize donations. I deal with property law of buildings and so on. We could organize proper buildings that we could suit these people with the right medications.
Lucas, thank you very much for talking to us. I know that it's not easy because it's still fresh. I imagine you have a lot of questions, and our condolences again to you and your family. Appreciate your time so much. Joanne, stories like Lucas and his family, of course, are part of the archive and library of stories that make up all of those cases that we heard the Health Ombudsman talk about today, and the story is not going to go away. It's back to you.